Elena Kagan Fast Facts. Here's a look at the life of Associate Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan. She is the fourth woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. Personal birth date: April 28, 1960. Birthplace: New York, New York. Birth name: Elena Kagan. Father: Robert Kagan, attorney. Mother: Gloria, Gittelman, Kagan, teacher. Education: Princeton University, A.B., 1981, graduated summa cum laude, Worcester College, Oxford University, M.Phil. 1983, Harvard University, J.D., 1986, graduated magna cum laude. Religion: Jewish. Other facts: was editor of the Harvard Law Review and first female dean of Harvard University Law School. Nicknamed Shorty by Thurgood Marshall. He was 6'2", she is 5'3". Taught at the University of Chicago Law School at the same time as future U.S. President Barack Obama. Timeline: 1986 to 1987. Law clerk for Judge Abner. Mikva, U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. 1988 clerk for Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. 1989 to 1991 associate with the D.C. law firm Williams & Connolly. 1991 to 1995 University of Chicago Law School professor. 1993 Senator Joe Biden appoints Kagan as the special counsel of the Senate Judiciary Committee. During this time Kagan works on Ruth Bader Ginsburg's Supreme Court confirmation hearings. 1995 to 1996 associate counsel to U.S. President Bill Clinton. 1997 to 1999 deputy assistant to President Clinton for domestic policy. Kagan is also deputy director of the Domestic Policy Council. 1999 Clinton nominates Kagan to the U.S. Court of Appeals. Hearings are never scheduled, and the nomination lapses. 1999 to 2003, Harvard Law School professor. April 3, 2003 March 20, 2009 Dean of Harvard University Law School. January 26, 2009, Obama names Kagan to be U.S. Solicitor General. March 19, 2009 confirmed by the U.S. Senate 6131 to become the first woman to serve as U.S. Solicitor General, despite opposition by over 75% of Republican senators. May 10, 2010 Obama nominates Kagan to be a justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. June 28, 2010, Kagan Senate confirmation hearings begin. July 20, 2010 the Senate Judiciary Committee votes 13-6 to send her nomination to the full Senate for consideration. August 5, 2010 the Senate confirms Kagan as an Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. August 7, 2010 Kagan is sworn in as the 112th Supreme Court Justice. January 23, 2012 the Supreme Court denies a request from Freedom Watch, a political advocacy group, that Kagan should recuse herself from the upcoming appeals over the constitutionality of healthcare reform. Kagan served as the Obama administration's top government lawyer handling appeals to the Supreme Court when the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act was passed. June 22, 2015, the Supreme Court rules in favor of Marvel Entertainment against Stephen Kimball in a case that dealt with patent fees. The opinion of the court, written by Justice Elena Kagan, includes several references to Spider-Man. March 7, 2019 Kagan appears before House lawmakers to voice the court's entrenched opposition to televising oral arguments. She acknowledges benefits to the public seeing the nation's highest court at work, but tells a House Appropriations Subcommittee that, if seeing the court came at the expense of the way the institution functioned, that would be a very bad bargain. And I do worry that cameras might come at that expense. June 21, 2019 Kagan says that a 5-4 opinion that broke along ideological lines smashes 100+ years of legal rulings to smithereens. The case addressed when property owners can sue the government to claim its actions were an unconstitutional taking. Under existing Supreme Court precedent, the plaintiff couldn't sue to challenge the taking until the state was given a chance to pay just compensation. The new decision holds that the plaintiff can sue in federal court as soon as the taking occurs. In her dissent Kagan says, when a theory requires declaring precedent after precedent after precedent wrong, that's a sign the theory itself may be wrong. June 27, 2019, reads a dissent following the 5-4 decision that gerrymandering is beyond the reach of the court. The practices challenged in these cases imperil our system of government. Part of the court's role in that system is to defend its foundations. None is more important than free and fair elections. Click subscribe to receive the latest news.